Alright, so here's Bayek. They're telling me that there's a new quest that awaits me, and I'll go check that out at some point, but and maybe I'll try to record it, but you know. I think I've killed all the Phylax, or whatever that is. They're bad guys who were trying to kill me, but I think I got them all. The Lighthouse of Alexandria. That's where we're headed right now. And that's where we are right now. So, here we are, Dad. Once again, ancient Egypt. We're in Alexandria, and I feel that Alexandria is kind of big enough and important enough that we're going to hit it a couple of times from a couple of different angles. Right now, we are sitting atop the lighthouse in Alexandria. I believe it's called the Lighthouse of Rhodes or something like that. You'll probably know better than I. Let's get a good overview of Alexandria here and the lighthouse and some pigeons. It's beautiful, isn't it? We're going to have some fun here. We're going to take our time with the lighthouse. We're going to actually kind of go inside and outside and climb around on all those walls, and you can see, get a great view of Alexandria. Right down there is the library we were just at in the last video I sent you. You can see a trireme pulling into port there. A couple of those little reed boats down here doing their thing. An island, we may stop in there. I think there's actually some interesting stuff at that little island. There's a temple down there. We'll stop in on the temple at some point, maybe. We might make that, in fact, the end of this little video, is that temple down there. There's that trireme again, pulling into port. There's another one over there. If we stuck around here long enough, that trireme that you see at port would drop its sails and sail off out into the oceans out there. But that would be boring to sit and watch that, so we're not going to. Let's have a look, though, out at the ocean. There's another trireme doing its little thing. Sun is obviously really glaring at the moment. Maybe we'll get a better view as the day passes on. There, go up, take a look at the... here's some the wood that they use to light the lighthouse. And over here, some arrows and stuff. I can loot those, as you can see from the little triangle, and it says loot there. I think you can see those. If you can't see that, there's a little triangle that appears, and it says I can loot those items. I didn't need any arrows at the moment, because I haven't used any. So you can see there's like a great deal of detail going on here. These ropes. Some kind of little hook thing there. If we look up here, we can see there's like a little pulley that goes down into that hole, which is how they would get the wood up. A lot of ash here, and of course, that incredibly well done fire. I mean, it's kind of amazing when you think about it graphics-wise. I mean, here, let's see if we can get a nice close-up on Bayek. I mean, you can see the level of detail that has gone into the character. The scars on his face, you know, his hair, the way it moves, his hands, his missing finger. And I don't know if I talked to you about his missing finger, but all of the assassins have that missing finger. And, what the heck? We'll talk about the missing finger right now. So, the assassins have in that gauntlet that he's wearing a blade that shoots out and can stab their victims in the neck, the back, whatever, and kill them. It can even deliver poisons and such. However, in order to get it to fire, they must cut off that finger, and they close their fist, they trigger the weapon, and the blade shoots out where that finger is missing. That is the sacrifice that the assassins make for being an assassin. You can also see that crazy sword right now that I'm carrying, and that crazy sword. I'm gonna see if you can see it going back in. It's I got that fighting essentially fighting a space alien or something that crashed from the sky. I'm going to see if I've got that recorded on a video, and I'll send it to you. It won't have any commentary or anything, but you can watch the mission. It's kind of silly and fun, and it's sort of pointless. But I got a cool sword out of it, so, you know, there's that. Anyhow, so there you go. You get a little story about the assassins and, you know, what they go through in order to be assassins, and all of the different assassins you've played throughout all of these different adventures have been missing that finger because of the fact that it's the only way they can fire this weapon. There's some minor discrepancies throughout this game because, technically speaking, in the first Assassin's Creed, in ancient, or not ancient, but in Italy, when you're playing Ezio, it's Leonardo da Vinci who actually developed the first assassin's blade. So the fact that here is Bayek, quite literally thousands of years before that, well, okay, 1,000 years before that, he has one of those blades. It does call into question some timeline issues, but given that there's so much time travel involved in this game, I guess we can forgive that. Okay, so as you can see, we're now wandering around on the outside of the building. The reason we're wandering around is, as you saw, there was like a big door there, and we couldn't get through it. At a different point in the game, you actually have to get to the top of this lighthouse to kill somebody, and you actually do it as Bayek's wife, or now ex-wife. And she has to light the tower so that everybody knows, so that so that Cleopatra knows when to attack Ptolemy. Anyhow, that's just sort of the storyline of the game, and we're not going to worry too much about those details. I'm just kind of out here wasting time. And what we're really trying to do right now is climb down the outside of this building until we find an open window. And you can see that window over there is very much closed. We can't get into it. So we're trying to find a place that we can get into. And there'll be one somewhere around here, and I just have to find my way to it. Come on. There we go. Where's my little open window? Maybe it's down there someplace? It might be down here. Whoop, there we go. Again, so much of this place is just, I mean, everything is just covered in these little works of art. It is quite beautiful, as you can see. All right, so I'm on another floor. There's that statue. We've seen her before. She's sort of an angel with a little halo thing in her hand. There's one of those little hay bales, and in fact, if you remember at the beginning of this, I appeared on a standing out on a pole sticking out the side of the tower, the lighthouse tower. Had I jumped off that pole, I would have landed right here in this hay bale and survived, despite the fact that that's an inconceivably high height to be plummeting off of like that. So again, there we go. Here's a way in. Let's see what we got down here. Here we go. So, all right. So you can see we're in this little room here, and back in the mission, I fight a little battle in here with the guy, and I'm fighting not as Bayek, but as Bayek's wife. That was a mission that she was the main character for, and she climbs up here and she has to fight that guard, and then she gets to go up and do sort of the reverse of what we're doing right now. And what we're doing right now is jumping out this window because there's actually no way out of this room. So we're jumping out the window, and as you can see, we're sort of climbing down here, going from, spot to spot. I can pretty much go in any direction I want as long as there's something for me to grab a hold of. Like, I could probably go over to those little rings that you're seeing over there. Let's see if I can get down to them. Come on. What you don't want to do is accidentally fall anywhere. If you fall, it's bad. Bad things definitely will happen. Trying to get over to... Whoop. No. I'm having a little trouble here finding my way down to the next level. Ooh, that looks promising. Let's try that. Ah, there we go. So yeah, there's one of those rings. I can probably climb to that. Yeah, pretty easily. Over to another little ring and down again. And I can see there's a little thing I can grab a hold of down there. That little piece of wood. I got some poles here. There we go. And I can get onto those. And okay, that was kind of uninteresting. Let's see what I can do over here. Ah, there we go. Swinging from one to the next, doing a little leaping. That was kind of cool. Also completely unproductive. We don't want to do that. We want to get back onto the wall here and then climb our way back down. Ah, shoot. I'm getting kind of hung up on these stupid poles that I really don't want to be on. And they don't really have any use for me, and they're kind of annoying me. So I'm going to try to get through them. Ah! They're killing me. All I can do is jump on... Oh, boy, this is going to end badly. All right. See, now you get to see what happens when you fall off something and you die. So it's called desynchronization, not dying. But you desynchronize out of the game and you go back into this sort of computer world. It's actually the Artemis is the name of it. And it's sort of the fundamental background of the entire game. But it's, again, not important. All right, so I've come back to life, so to speak, after that tremendously high fall. There's a guard over there. I could probably kill him if I felt like it. I don't know if you can see the little symbols.
Stop you! Right there!
Yeah, shut up. Don't care. In fact, you know what? We're going to do something fun here.
Hey, what are you doing?
We're going to mess with this guard.
Stay there, you!
We're going to send our little hawk to mess with him, and then we're going to kill him. Squonk. See, just like that. And I used that little hidden blade that I told you about. Anyhow, symbols. So you can see right over there that there's that little triangle or diamond-shaped thing with that little guy. I think you can see it. If you can't see it, there is this little shape that I see on my screen. And that little shape is telling me that there's a character just like me who's been killed, and I can solve that mission. And I don't know if I've shown you that before, but I could go and solve his murder if I wanted to. I don't feel like doing that because it's gonna be sort of like a little tedious mess. Anyhow, calling over Fang. Come here, Fang. There you are. Because I really don't feel like walking all the way to that temple, and I did say we were going to end at that temple, which is just over there in the distance, as you can see. And there's Fang again. We know, and he's been our buddy through this whole game. Pulled us out of more than one seriously messy mess, and we try to take care of him because he's our guy. So here's our little temple, and we'll leave Fang here. He'll wander off and do his thing. There's a little fountain. Oh, wait, we might be able to see that foot thing I was trying to show you before because we're just going to walk out of this one. Oh, come on. He never does it when you want him to do it. Ah, well. Someday I'll get him to do it. Statue. I think we've seen this one like a dozen times before. This temple is a little bit run down, but not too bad. You can see some of the paint's flaking off here and there. You can see like the rock formation, how detailed it is. We could climb up there on the roof. Maybe we'll do that after we go inside and have a look around. I can light these if I want, and there we go. Oh, maybe I can't light this one. Usually I can light these, but I guess I can't light that one. Anyhow, we're gonna drop that torch here, if I can remember how. Oh, come on, drop the stupid torch. There we go. Alright, so here's some guys. They're praying to this goddess. And we'll come in and we'll pay our respects, because, you know, we're cool like that. So, you know, come down, pay our little respects here. Okay, we're done. Let's have a look around. Take a look at this little goddess here. There's all their little offerings. A lot of offerings. There's a lot of fruits and vegetables and smoke in here. And once again, we probably shouldn't be up here, but we're going to anyhow. She's got that Horn of Plenty thing again. You see that a lot around here. I suspect this is a real statue someplace, you know, that you could go and visit this statue. Especially since I can see that there's like little supports on it. Obviously those were there for a reason. So anyhow, this is what we've got here. Doesn't look like there's much other than pretty much that. Let's see if we can interact with anything back here. We apparently, oh wait, apparently we can. So there we go. This temple is safe for everyone coming to pray. Any who enter the temple is under my protection, Cleopatra. So, that was Cleopatra said, don't mess with anybody in this temple. Nice of her to say that. So, we come out here, there's some more people. Oop, there's these are all bad guys. And again, I don't know if you can see these little messages, but what I'm seeing is says if I press triangle right now, I'm going to just basically jump down there and kill these guys. They look like Greeks and one or two Romans maybe? I can't tell. So like he looks like a Greek in the purple, but the other guys look Roman. I don't know. Anyhow, I could kill him. I'm not going to because that just starts this whole endless chain of killing people. And, you know, that's not what we're into right now. It's not what we're doing. I did say we were going to end there, but I want to go over here and have a quick look at... You know, oh, here comes a guy on a camel. You got to watch how the camels run. It's kind of crazy. Up, up, up. Alright. Anyhow, I wanted to see what this little statue was, because I don't feel like I've seen this one before. Or at least not recently. Ah, okay. Kind of boring, actually. So, I guess we'll call this a day on this one. Here we are. There's the lighthouse. There's another statue. Here's Bayek, and from me, and Bayek, and pretty much everybody here in Alexandria. We'll call this one a day. And the next one, we're going to actually do some wandering about Alexandria, see if we can find ourselves a brothel. That's it. I'll talk to you later.